The Ukrainians have been preparing for months for a spring offensive that's shifting to the summer. And the pressure's building as they seek to reclaim their lands. But in this slick-looking video produced by Ukraine's military, they tell us they'll fight where and when they see fit. Plans love silence, says the caption. There'll be no announcement about the start. Yet both sides are fighting, and the Russians have decided to call it themselves. The offensive has begun, says their military spokesman. The enemy launched a large-scale attack in 5 sectors, said Igor Konashenkov, but it had no successes. We've seen claim and counterclaim in the past 24 hours, rebel fighters saying they're in possession of villages in Russia's Belgorod region, while the Russians say they destroyed a Ukrainian unit in Kozima. There are claims the Ukrainians have taken Berkhivka, near Bakhmut, while the Russians say they've killed up to 425 Ukrainian troops in southern Donetsk. So the counteroffensive's begun, says Russia, but the experts aren't so sure.
I think what we're seeing is what I would define as probing attacks along the front line to identify the kind of force that the Ukrainians will be faced with, the size and the type of Russian forces that are defending those areas.
The Russians say a large-scale attack is underway in South Donetsk, and Sky's data and forensic unit have verified a series of videos from the area, all published in the last 24 hours. Here we see tanks in close combat near the village of Novodarivka. And 8 kilometers northeast, in the same area, we've pinpointed footage released by the Russian Defense Ministry where a number of military vehicles are targeted. But we haven't seen evidence of a major thrust by the Ukrainians, along with the use of Western tanks, like the Leopard or the Challenger.
Mr. President, thank you very much.
What we have seen is the UK's Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, in Kyiv, where he reassured his hosts of Britain's continued support.
When we made the commitment publicly that we would continue backing you and your country until you are victorious in your self-defense, we meant it.
And senior officials in Ukraine now say they are moving to offensive operations. The tempo of war is rising. John Sparks, Sky News.